Jim Piccola on the line from New York State DOT. Good morning, James. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Doesn't it nice when you work construction, you're out there on a scene, on a project, and it's cold. We're back.
Oh, yeah.
Getting back to that time of year, although it's going to warm up a bit next week. Okay, what are we looking at? There's some, we're getting close here now, right?
Yes, we are.
I like it. So what are we looking at here? The latest, and this is one that's a bit significant, traffic interruption here.
Yep. What's going to be going on is we have to do what they call a closure pour for both the Lafayette and the Oriskany Street bridges. As you know, we had to build those bridges in 2 phases, and now we're going to be connecting them together. We're hoping to do this Friday morning after 9 o'clock. We're going to let peak traffic go through, and once that's through, we're going to start implementing putting in our single lane through that area, both in north and southbound, and slowing down the speed to 30 miles an hour as people cross those 2 bridges.
Okay. And that is this is significant because it's this I'm assuming is the final pour that has to be done.
For the bridge decks itself, the next step would be the Jersey barrier, the center median, the outside barrier, and once those are completed, and there's a little bit of work up on top to seal the bridge. Also, the pavement in between them have to have the saw cuts done and sealed, and then we should be on our way to hopefully opening up the ramps to both State Street, and then the other one, the big one everybody wants, is the what we call the G ramp, and that's to enter onto 12 South.
Well, that's a biggie, and I think I've been talking to you about that one for quite some time since it was first closed. So I had somebody coming in and yesterday asking me to ask you about the. So you now, when you come down Court Street, where you could never take a left, you can now go under the Arterial and pick up that ramp there and get onto the Arterial. And I think this is where he was talking about, but he said it's all backed up because it's only one lane there. And my thoughts were, and you correct me if I'm wrong, that once those other ramps are opened, people won't be using that detour, and everybody won't be crowding there on Court Street. Is that true? Do you agree with that?
Well, we still haven't opened up Court Street to its full width either. We're still working on getting Court Street open. We're hoping within the next 3 to 4 weeks to have that open. And once we have the lane lines, in its final configuration there, that shouldn't be an issue. You're still going to get that peak traffic, around 3 to 5. But again, we watch it, and it's not that bad. There is a little bit of stacking there, but again, it goes pretty fast. And, like I said, once we get into final configuration, we should see that even a little bit less.
I have one final question that has nothing to do with the Arterial. So say you're sitting there, and picture yourself sitting in the car, and you're at the stoplight, and the stoplight seems to be just staying red forever. And it's red, it's red, you look down, you look back up.
Let me answer this. No, you can't run the red light.
Well, they're not going to ticket you if I said, hey, listen, I've been sitting here for like 3 minutes. This is ridiculous.
Jeff, actually, Jim can't tell you it's okay to run the red light.
What do you think, Jim, on that? What would you do? What would Jim do? That's what I'd like to know.
I would sit there and wait for that green light.
Okay, good. Thank you. Or you'd get out and actually go over to the box on the pole and reprogram.
Yeah, he's got the key and the password.
All right,
we
James.
Could do that.
Okay, Jim, thank you so much. Again, for the ramps to open, what is your timeline? What are you thinking?
Like I said, once we get the bridge completed, and then we'll take, we have to put the striping in, and hopefully the weather will hold for us. And once that's done, we should be able to open up those 2 ramps to full capacity. And then we're taking a look at the ramp coming from 12 South down to Court Street. Not sure if we're going to open up that one this year. We'll see.
All right.
But again, we should have Court Street wide open for everybody. And like I said, 2 lanes northbound within the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Wow, that's awesome. That's great. And people can also always dial 511, right? To be able to get that information. That's pretty big. So, okay, yep. Jim Piccola, DOT. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
It happened to me actually
You
last
probably
night.
know exactly where I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Yet today, it was the weirdest thing today. I'm coming around the corner, and I see the light is green. Oh, can I make it? No. I get down there, the light turns red. So I stop. And 10 seconds later, a yellow light comes up, and it turned red on the River Road here, and the light turned green.
Right.
The only way.
Other times I'll sit there. I swear to God. Well, I don't just sit there. I sit there for as long as I can, but
Yeah.
it's long.
The light will not turn green on that side unless a car comes up from behind you. And I realize I know exactly what you're talking about. The same things happen to me.
I disagree. I think that's listen, that's just coincidence. Because I backed up, came forward, did a
There
little
should be-
wheelie. I was doing 360s. Nothing.
There should
I've
be
run
a
it before too.
a magnet type system underneath the ground that senses.
There's one when you get off the thruway in Herkimer, the Herkimer exit. I believe there's one there, and it will trigger. And when you're coming off, it triggers. That's what is needed there, I think, anyway. Or just make it a green light always. That's what I think it should be. Listen,
Just take it out then.
You're all on your own. You're all on your own here. Good luck. Get in that intersection. That's
Nothing's
what I'd
coming.
like to say.